Hey, this is Ultra Naté, live from Music Week for Lady of the House.
Hello again, my queen. We bump into each other
All the
every
time.
every
I know,
you
I
know
love
New
it.
York, Miami. We're loving it. You're looking incredible.
Thank
So I'm just going to jump straight on in there. How many years have you been doing Music Week, and why is it so special?
I think the first time that I came to Miami Music Week was, it started with just Winter Music Conference
Yeah.
at first, and that was probably 1990.
Yeah.
I remember one of my first shows coming here. I still remember that show. I wore white. See, it's right there. And then Miami Music Week kind of evolved somewhere, I think, maybe early 2000s. So I've generally been coming every year. Yeah, if I've missed maybe one or two somewhere along the way, it hasn't been many.
Yeah. We can let you off on them few
Yeah,
little
yeah,
ones.
yeah.
Don't miss it again. So, what is the key to longevity? Because you've been a really interesting artist to me to watch over the years, because it's like you've always remained current and at the forefront. And you are multifaceted, multi-talented. What is the key to this?
I think standing in your own truth of like who you are as an artist, as the scenes change, as the music changes over time, you have to find a way to kind of balance both things, which is staying relevant to where the music is in that moment, but also staying anchored to who you are as a person and how you fit into that landscape in a way that you're not compromising your soul, your truth of who you are.
Yeah.
And I think being a songwriter has probably been one of the biggest key things to sustainability for me, because I've been a songwriter from the beginning of my career. I also have amazing management, and I still have the same manager, Bill Coleman, and Angelo Scordos, and they have been an amazing team for me. I think it's also the people that are behind you and having a really strong team that looks out for you. Because when you're new and you're young and you're an artist and you're just coming into the space, it's like there's so many things coming at you. There's so many things to micromanage. You've got to wear so many different hats. You really need a team around you that get you as an artist and know how to push you, but also protect you.
Yes.
And I feel like I was very benefited from having the right kind of A&R person that allowed me to make the kind of music that I wanted to make, even though I was green as a blade of grass when I first started. Literally.
Yeah.
And even continually through the years, like all of the A&Rs that I've worked with generally have just kind of let me get on with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As opposed to saying, okay, this was the last hit that so-and-so had, we need a record like X or Y or something like that. They just kind of always trusted me to be myself.
Yeah.
And that's, I feel like, is a very special privilege because there's no artist development anymore. And that's a huge part of artists being able to really get the time and the focus that they need in order to grow and evolve into all of the things, all of the demands of this kind of culture. You know what I mean? So I think out the gate I was blessed with a lot of really essential foundational things. And then as the industry has changed, it's widened, it's gotten more unstable through the years. I think those things happened at a point where I was able to navigate those spaces well.
Yeah, and you have navigated them, you've stayed current, you've stayed fresh. And how about, the intense touring schedule over the year as a woman? Because we have our own, physical things going on. And how have you managed everything to keep, just on fire, basically?
It's a lot. I won't sugarcoat it. I mean, you really have to know how to, I always say walk and chew gum at the same time, because you really have to wear a lot of hats. But, I feel like women, we kind of like have that superpower of being able to do that a lot of times, either by necessity or, or by choice. I don't know. It's kind of in our DNA to be able to multitask and keep the irons in the fire and keep ourselves on the track, even though we're navigating a lot of things. Through my career, I have been married, I've been divorced, I have a child, all the things. And, it's just a matter of everybody being a part of the team. And also knowing how to create balance for yourself, to create boundaries and to put time in with your family, knowing when it's time to bring it down a notch and just kind of chill, feed into yourself. Like you can't just be out there giving all the time. You've also got to pour into
Yeah.
yourself. That's where a lot of women go wrong, is that
Yeah.
we forget to pour into ourselves. We pour into everyone else. It's also a nurturing thing.
I was talking about this same thing last night to someone. Ultra, you are an absolute inspiration to us. We love you. Thank you for everything that you've
Thank you,
done.
and thank you guys.
And we will
You've been
see you
amazing.
shortly. Yeah, you too. Love
you,
you,
babes.
sister.